Yo, 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 and welcome back to the Banter Boys podcast. My name is Sanji. With me is Ryan. How you doing, boy?
Yo, your name is Loser.
What?
Your name is Loser.
Oh, God. Here we go again.
Yeah, I probably should work on my smack talk. This sucks.
Yeah, this is terrible.
This is awful.
Absolutely terrible.
I'm fantastic, yo. I had a great weekend.
I can imagine, buddy.
Yeah.
9-point lead is back.
9-point lead is back. Well, it never went, did it? I don't know if it did. I don't think it went.
It went for a second.
Okay.
For a hot second.
Fair.
Yeah, it was down to 6 or whatever. And, yep, back up to 9. But we'll get to that stuff. That's future segment, future discussion stuff. How was your weekend outside of football?
Not very eventful. Trying to remember, actually. I can't remember much.
Your life was basically just football then.
Yeah, football, work, study right now. Yep.
Champions League happened tonight. Second round of fixtures for what? Last 16? Round of 16? Just to timestamp things, I guess we're recording Tuesday evening.
Yep.
Bayern won 3-0. PSG won 2-1. Both through to the next round.
Yeah, it seemed like an uneventful, fairly predictable night. Braces for both Mbappe and Kane. Nothing that special.
Yeah, let's bring you back down to earth. You didn't have Kane in Champions League
I
fantasy.
didn't have Kane or Mbappe, man.
That's bold.
Yeah.
That's bold.
Trying to be different in a place I don't care. Does not work. It's just...
Yeah, I mean, this is all for a bit of fun and just a way to kind of keep track of what's going on in Europe.
Basically,
right?
Yeah. Usually you could just gamble there and it pays off though, but damn, this was bad.
Yeah. I mean, there's other pods and content creators for UCL content if you want that. We're just here for shits, giggles, and punts.
Correct.
So welcome to the Banter Boys podcast, guys and girls. So we are a Fan Tracks podcast. If this is your first time listening to us, welcome. We typically have 2 halves in these pods. In the first half, we do a bit of a data dump. We look at the previous scoring game week, just default categories. Then we do a bit of a league update, see how we're doing in our leagues, any moves we've made for the upcoming game week, and just, strategies, headaches, that sort of stuff. Just kind of dissecting how we can improve as Fantrax managers game week after game week. Then we take our halftime pint, and then after that, we jump back into the second half with questions from our fans, our clan, our hives. Basically, it's from our Discord. Just come hang out in the Discord. You see where all the questions are posted, are asked. Like, there's new channels popping up like every week. It feels like at this point. Like we've got a channel called Stupid Questions now. Thanks to you.
That was thanks to Espresso, man.
Yeah, I know.
What was
but this is the sort of vibe that we have, right? In our Discord, like everything goes.
What, there's a new request again, right? Oh, lineups.
Yeah, so I think they want to do one for like lineups, leaks, and like
More
I think we're just gonna
discussing them, right? Like, any surprises coming out.
Probably. Yeah. I mean, we kind of do that in our like
audio call,
unofficial audio call chats thing that we have like in the general voice thing, right? So I mean, it's just a written form of that. So if you want to maybe see, people dissect lineups a bit more, maybe, because I mean, we've come across that, right? Tweaks in lineups can kind of affect how expected points outputs can go. And we kind of make our lineup decisions based on that as well, just through chats. So if it's helping our community out, then why the fuck not? So yeah, so basically that was like a long sidetrack from second half of talking about questions from our Discord, and then we'll wrap things up with FA/Waiver picks, which we typically do on Sundays, but we didn't do it this Sunday, just life. And like we said before, our main focus is the Tuesday pod. Sundays are just a bonus. If we have time, we'll do things. But I mean, I put on my article. You can find like my picks that are posted on the Draft Society website. And
Guys,
We should do social.
Sanji will have you
Sorry,
believe
sorry.
that I was the one that couldn't make it on Sunday, but reality is he was crying his eyes out.
You fucking liar. I was a little bit. I'm glad that you recognize that though. You know, like I beat my boy badly. Like I'm not gonna lie, I was speechless. But we'll get to that.
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
get to
yeah.
that. It was a great matchup.
It was
That's
good,
all
it
I'm
was
gonna
good.
say. It was fantastic, right? But yeah, before we continue though, what I'll do is quick social plugs. Ross, can you do the biz right here?
Yeah, for sure. So you can message us on Twitter and Instagram. Our handles at BantaB. On Discord in the Draft PL channel, Banta Boys #6585. On Reddit, /Banta_Boys. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, and YouTube, all under the name of Banta Boys.
All right. So hopefully you've listened to Ross. Just, small request from our side is if you're listening to us on YouTube, if you don't mind hitting the subscribe button or even the like button, we would really, really appreciate it. It helps us grow the channel. And same thing if you're listening on platforms like Spotify, where you have the ability to give us, a rating on the main page, where you can find all our episodes. If you don't mind giving us a 5-star review, we'd really, really, truly appreciate it. The numbers are going up slowly and slowly, so we really appreciate, people actually acting on this, simple, quick request. Okay, everything is done. Do you want to chat anything else before we, I guess, start data dump?
Not really. Is there anything else going on?
Don't think so.
So I guess
No drama.
general question for our listeners though, and especially those in the Discord. Do leagues play with like a manager of the month award type thing? Like just a, bragging rights even.
So I feel like in our Dynasty League, we have something like that. Like, you award some fab or whatever. I know IGL does something like that, I think, as well. Like highest scoring manager of the month or the week. I think they get like a trickle of fab or something like that.
Okay.
So I'm sure I've seen it somewhere before. But if there's other ways that, they reward their successful managers, it'd be great to hear.
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder if there's like a perk for like being the worst manager in the league. Like you get an extra roster spot for the next game week.
Oh, that'd be too easy though.
But you take one away from like the top performing manager.
Remember, we got a question kind of like this earlier in the season.
Yeah, we did. I think we should really make some sort of fucked up experimental league next season.
Yeah, we should. I think we have the audience for it too.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Our Discord members are crazy enough to do anything we ask them to.
Yeah.
So I love those guys. All right, let's jump right into the data dump then.
Ay. Fantasy with the Banta Boys.
All right, so looking back at Game Week 27, we're going to start off with key passes. So I'm just going to mention the first 3 tiers because the 4th tier has way too many names. I don't know if everyone's going to be able to recall it, but we have it in front of us for visual purposes, so we might talk about it. Let's see. But the highest number of key passes recorded last game week was 7 by Bernardo Silva, then 6 by KDB and McAllister, and then 5 by Estupinan. Thoughts, Ryan?
These are weird-ish names. Like
especially S2.
Yeah, KDB is fine.
Yeah.
S2 is not that strange given he played 90 and he can sometimes puts up like 2 key passes in his cameos, but
yeah.
But McAllister, weird. And
what do you mean weird? Bro, you've found a gem. You've unearthed a gem. He looks so fucking unreal right now. He
really does. I mean, you gotta joke it's up to the injuries, right? Like he has to play the way he's playing now.
Well, I mean, credit to Klopp as well, like deploying Gomez in like a CDM role to kind of free up Mac because he has no creativity in midfield, right?
Exactly. And
yeah, man. He I would say this is like World Cup form Mac that we're seeing right now.
Yeah. Bilva can do his thing on his day, so that's not that surprising. But man, City were good.
Yeah, they were really, really. Foden is so good, man. Like I was watching the highlights and stuff of that, and like if you guys can go see like Rashford's goal and even Foden's goal from that game, it's like fucking unreal. But I was watching and I was like, honestly, next season, let's say I typically end up or like getting like the late draft picks,
Right.
First pick. If I don't think it should fall to me, it should never fall to me. Phil Foden, first pick.
Really?
Why not? It feels like he's finally coming into his own. He's played the most minutes for all City players this season so far,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, he's in a solid run with them right now. Finally, Pep is not, rotating the fuck out of him. Obviously, best player in the league right now, probably, but I still don't know, man. There's always a question mark in the back of my head.
But it's getting better and better every season, though.
Oh, for sure. Yes.
Right? And KDB's getting older.
Yes.
I doubt he stays. Like, I feel like Phil becomes chief creator now, like, where he's basically, like, grabbing games by the scruff of its neck on his own. Like,
So you say chief creator, though, and he's not on the list.
yeah, but I mean,
he
fair.
could do it, right?
Maybe I should choose a better word. Like,
Key player.
he's gonna
in
be
the
involved.
attack.
Yeah, key
Yeah,
player.
yeah.
Yeah, like he's gonna get an assist. He's gonna get a goal. Like, I think he's gonna play an influential role in winning games.
Yeah, okay.
Right. So ceiling is there, right?
Agreed.
I think the ghost points are still there. Like he'll still trickle along. I would still expect like a base of 10,
Mhm.
a floor of 10, let's say. So, but yeah, I'm just thinking because like your first few picks, like Hall is gone, Salah, well, assuming Salah stays, Son is gone, like your creme de la creme, right? And you would typically want assets from like the top teams because they score more goals, they create more chances, right? It's like you grabbing Darwin on the turn,
Right.
on the second round. So,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason you're first, mate.
So yes. I mean, I still find it difficult between Saka and Foden even now.
I'd still go Saka over Foden, I guess. But I don't think Saka falls to me when I'm that late in the draft.
Okay, fair.
Like, next season, I'd expect Saka to be top 5 player. Like,
Yes, definitely.
anyone from the unnamed list that I put down on our sheet?
So
That-
not to mention them, but you do have 2 Arsenal players here. Good to see at least they're showing up on the key pass list this time with their thumping of a team,
Yeah. And the next here is all like 4 key passes, right?
Yeah.
So the duo that he's talking about is Kai and Odegaard. Oh man, Kai.
Yeah, I don't know who this guy is. This is not the same Chelsea guy. But
It is the same Chelsea Kai. He's just blooming.
so injuries have helped a lot of players this season. Like
Mhm,
Mark,
yeah.
we were talking about it, and Havertz is just benefiting from Jesus being out long.
Yeah.
And well, the entire team has just had an easy run of fixtures and just capitalized hard. Like, who the hell knows what happened in Dubai? But man, everyone needs to sign up for that shit.
Lots and lots of salt.
Yeah.
Enzo's on this 4 key pass list. He's kind of blossomed as well.
What did he put up this week? 20? Was that last week? Oh no, it's 10. For some reason I thought I saw 20 at some point. Okay. But no, yeah, he is definitely producing much more consistently than he has been in the past.
Yeah, he's starting to go from like a mid 4 to mid 3, like because he's getting attacking returns here and there.
Yes, I still worry though. Does he maintain that for the rest of the season? I don't know. Like, you guys are still
mean-
chopping and changing to some degree.
Yeah, the back line, maybe front 3, front 2 system sort of thing,
Yeah.
but that core mid 3 stays the same.
Yeah, it does.
So, I mean, we're chasing something. I don't know, respect? I don't know if it's Europe
deal.
anymore. So, yeah. Could be that. Anyways, let's look at shots and how many were on target. So the highest number of shots recorded was 9 by none other than Phil Foden. He had 4 of them on target. Then 6 shots attempted by Luis Diaz, who had 0 on target. Odegaard with 1 of his 6 on target. And Cole Palmer with 2 of his 6 on target. And then we've got a bit of a long list for 5 shots attempted, but we're not going to name all of them because it's too much to remember. Thoughts, Ryan?
Yeah, Philip Foden. So good.
So good.
I don't even want to talk about anybody else, but all right, fine. The opposite then. Luis Diaz. So bad.
But still getting chances.
Getting chances, but like he's become Darwin the moment Darwin got injured. Like he is absolutely squandering everything. I didn't see the full this game this weekend, but the last game where he got a goal, but he was wasting so many chances.
Yeah. You know, I'm kind of enjoying the small sample size of Liverpool without Salah. It's kind of giving us insight of how we can maybe value the Liverpool assets in next season's draft.
So, me too, but I want the title race to go this neck and neck straight down to the end. And I don't think they can keep this. Like, they struggle to break down Forest, right? So,
yeah,
they need someone back. Like, Darwin obviously came on and helped them massively. They had someone going direct again, and they had some, like, a key target man to find. But they still need something else. Something was missing. And yes, okay, they got the goal at the very end, but I would still rather see a dominant Liverpool and keep this title race going than what you're saying. But I agree. It does give us a glimpse into what can maybe to come, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're assuming they don't change their style of football massively. It's hilarious, though. Like, as bad as Darwin is, at least he had 1 shot on target from 5 attempted in 29 minutes on the pitch.
And it scored.
Yeah. This like chances galore just falling to him.
Yeah. It's a shame KDB didn't have his shooting boots on.
Man, he looks old. He looks slow. Like like the class is still there, sort of thing. Like KDB will always be world class, but he's like there's something missing. Like you can tell like he's aging. Like
Yeah. So this to me is like the real test now because he's gonna have a game tomorrow.
Assuming he starts.
Well, right. Do they manage him, or if he does play tomorrow? Clearly, he can't keep this going, right? Like.
Yeah, I was shocked he started versus Manchester United. And not even that, he started the whole FA Cup game and stayed on.
That's the point I was surprised by. Like, did they really need him?
Yeah. I'm assuming he rests Copenhagen because they're up 3-1 already, and Liverpool is the more important fixture, right?
I also assume the same, but you never know with Pep, so fine. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't really want to talk about anybody. Oh, Odegaard, 6 shots. Great for him. Shame is none on target.
Well, one.
Sorry.
But
less.
The fact that he's there and on key passes, like 4 of them.
Yes.
The asset maybe you should be eyeing up for game week 29.
True. If there is one Burnley asset to own, it's him.
I mean, Brownhill as well, but...
I mean... Boone Larson.
Yeah.
Deputized.
I mean, Cullen looked good as well.
Yeah.
Like, versus Bournemouth, so...
I think
there's 2 names on here that I kind of want to touch on really quickly.
Sure.
Decky Rice.
I knew it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Rodri Light, another Rodri Light, or the better Rodri Light than Casemiro?
Yeah, better than Casemiro for sure.
He has corners, bro. Like
that's the insane thing. Some sets. Like, when did that happen? I mean, I know when it happened, but like, you have a team of quality deliveries, and still Declan takes it, right? Credit to him, yo.
Yeah. Like, is he easily a mid-3 now? Or is this just like, okay, they had a really good run of fixtures and his ability to, well, not ability, his opportunity to push further up the pitch and...
So, I want to say I think it's a bit of both. I think he's a mid 3, yes, or even
Yeah.
possibly higher. It's mostly because of how they utilized Jorginho in that last tough game they actually had, and that still freed up Rice to go forward more than he usually would. So if that's how
Yeah.
they're approaching the tough ones and Partey's back, like I think it stays. Once he keeps the sets, he's up there.
Yeah. Last one, you saw the Vista bicycle kick, right?
I didn't even see either of the attempts. I just got so annoyed with myself for benching him that didn't watch any highlights.
That's the funny thing. I benched him in IGL as well, and we were talking about our matchup in the Discord channel thing, right? And you were debating, oh, I should bench Vista, I should bench Vista. And I told you, I was like, bro, play him for sure.
Yeah.
We are shit. Like, he's definitely going to get chances.
And we agree. We agreed on that. But, like, I just thought his ghost potential is so low, usually, that, you know, I could do without the 5-pointer and hopefully stream a forward that puts up more. Big mistake, clearly, but we'll get into that.
Yeah. I really think, like, if you're not able to stash Mbeumo, like, get Vista somehow, because I love Brentford's fixtures rest of season and the fact that they are in a relegation fight. There's no denying it, I think. But, like, looking, I don't know, let's say from, like, game week 31, right? Let's say from game week 33, right? To end the season. And this is especially for managers in playoffs and stuff. Sheffield at home, Luton away, Everton away, Fulham at home, Bournemouth away, Newcastle at home.
Very nice.
That's a solid run of fixtures for points,
Yeah.
right? So we'll see some other names to kind of consider adding to your roster in future game weeks. But let's move on to the next category. Accurate crosses into the box. Highest number, 5 by Roslev and 3 by Doughty. Thoughts, Ryan?
What is Mads doing here?
Since you shouted Mads, he's been a monster.
I know. Ridiculous. It's the system, right? It works for them.
Regs works for them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Regs and Mads are benefiting and credit to them. Doughty, standard. Like,
yeah.
They should.
If he doesn't make this list, it's a disappointment.
Basically, yeah.
Like, next game week, when we look at the double game week data, if he isn't top of this category, like, what are you doing?
So it's weird, right? He got placed in a back 3 pretty early on because of the injury to Bell.
Yeah.
And even when they didn't look good, they came out in the second half and looked great, right? But first half, they didn't look good. He still took the set pieces. They won a free kick just outside the box. He still took that, even in the second half. And that's where he gets his accurate crosses and key passes primarily, right? Like, in open play, he gets a few as well. But, like, those threatening sets, it just shows how valuable sets could be.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good point that you mentioned. Like, you know who could be a really sneaky pick this game week? And I mean, there's no points to back it or whatever, but the fact that Luton are so ravaged at centre back is Daiki, one of their new signings, their winter signings, got minutes because of that whole injury situation, right? So I heard he had a composed game, etc. like that. He looked fairly decent. So I don't know if there's any sort of chance to, like, gamble grabbing him early and, you know, punting. So okay, finally, extra categories. So highest number of tackles won, 4 by Bradley. Highest number of dispossessions. This was interesting to see. There was like 6-7 players that kind of tied for this. Aït-Nouri, Assignon, Evan Ferguson, Beto, Odegaard, Ivan Toney. Interceptions, there was a high of 6 by Norgard. Clearances, there was a high of 9 by Varane. Successful dribbles, there was a high of 6 by Cho. And then aerials, there was a bit of a tie. Highest number was 6 by O'Shea, Romero, Shaw, Solanke, Webster, and Zuma. And block shots, there was a high of 3 by Edson Alvarez, Casemiro, Omar Bamidele, and Jack Robinson. By the way, I don't think any name repeated in any of the categories, by the way. But yeah, thoughts?
Yeah, this is a strange week because there's so many ties. That doesn't typically happen.
Yeah.
I think fairly standard. Like,
I'd say so. I mean, we could use this as an opportunity to maybe mention one or two players. Like, I'd say Assignon is one to kind of keep an eye on, especially for a blank game week.
Agreed.
Like, Burnley are conceding shits. You're not playing for clean sheets, but he's ghosting well.
he is, yeah. Player I want to shout is Cho. Like, didn't get a return, but still 6 successful dribbles. You'd take that any week.
Yeah, got just over 11,
Yeah.
I think. Man, I hyped up on him at the wrong time. Like, he came into the league, I was so high on him, spent about a bunch of fab, got injured, went away, came back, and now this is the machine that I was expecting from the get-go.
Yeah, I remember. Anyone else you want to shout?
No, I think everything, like, areas are all standard, like centre-backs, strikers.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's jump into league updates then.
Yeah, let's do that.
I know that's why you were pushing the last category or segment or whatever. You just want to talk about your league updates. And you know what? Quick update is we played each other in DPL. So who starts first? Do you start first? Do I start first? Like
you go.
I thought I was winning at one point, mate. Like 40, 50 points in the bag.
Yeah,
Like
insane start.
it was crazy. And you know what's so terrible about last game week was I'm pretty sure I started getting anxiety from the number of lineups we had to go through.
Yes.
Because there were 6 games at the same time, 12 sheets. Me trying to figure out all the tactics. Who do I start? What do I do? Like, fuck me. And yeah, I mean, that kind of just added on to how the games kind of played out because I got like attack returns from Nico, from Garner, from Muniz. I was flying.
You
absolutely
started
flying.
off ridiculously quick.
Eze's free kick.
Yeah.
And then it just vanished. Like
So, I don't know. It was like the last 5 to 10 minutes of all those games, just points came spiraling my way. I think it was like Cher's assist.
Char assist. Yeah.
Bowen's assist.
Max
assist in the last minute of that game. Leno just racking up these saves and like you had a 50-point lead and all of a sudden it was down to like 20. Or
it was like
10.
5,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
It was nothing. It was like, what is even... I was speechless. When it happened, I was just like, okay, cool. And like the Villa Luton game, and you've got your Luton boys, right? I've got Dougie Lou, but it was kind of a stalemate in that sense.
Yeah, like he got the assist, right? But an incredibly tame game from Douglas Luiz and Barkley also, but they matched each other basically because of the yellow card.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah. I mean, I want to say I was a bit unlucky, but at the same time, would my luck have even mattered with the total that you dropped on me? Like,
yeah, I guess like Senesi injury does not help. That would have been a good, easy way for you to make up some
and
ground.
Trippier.
Yeah, Trippier as well. Because he got subbed just before the clean sheet, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And Trips is a machine, right? So
yeah, exactly. Like key passes towards the end. Like you never know, right? How things would have played out. But yeah, I lost like 112 to 155. So even with clean sheets, some ghosts like wouldn't have fucking mattered, man.
Yeah.
I love that Harvey Elliott still managed to screw you somehow.
Yo, I cannot believe this kid is playing top 3 against Forest and puts up like fuck all. 2.5 or some shit.
Yeah.
And I'm there deliberating like, do I start Darwin off the bench or do I just leave him on my bench?
I told you as well when we were chatting. I was like, I'm surprised you're not starting him against me. Like, you always start him.
I
like,
genuinely thought they would be leading by the halftime, and like there would be no need to rush him on. He'll get like 10 minutes, and that's it.
Yeah, but their starting lineup was fucking
It was
terrible.
horrible.
Like, who's that? Was it Clark or
yeah,
something?
yeah.
Yeah, some kid you thought grabbing, and then thank God you dropped
I
it.
know, right?
Like, wow. But I mean, what was your good? What were your regrets, your concerns, etc. And I guess waivers.
The good, Rodri, Mac, Cher, White, and Leno all put up over 20
fucking Leno,
points.
bro. Fucking Leno.
Yeah.
What a machine.
Right?
Like, I'm so glad you made that call.
Yeah, combined, those guys put up over 100, probably over 110 points. So, game week regrets. Bench Darwin, bench Wissa, bench Clivert. So my bench has strength in it too. And yet I played Harvey Elliott, and because I didn't play Darwin off the bench, I was forced to grab a forward, grab Brun Larson, but with no Brownhill, he got sets and he did decent, like 8 points.
Nearly
I'll take
scored.
it.
Yeah, nearly scored.
Yeah. No real roster concerns, I'd say. I just worry about my forwards because Adebayo's is still injured and no news is coming out about him. Uatara just doesn't play, but I'm going to hold for the double game week at least till first lineups are out and see. Because I think he has enough upside for me to hold on to. Waiver picks, free agent picks. I did Brun Larson to Mbeumo. I had
Bastard.
4 fab left, and I spent 2 of them, and I'm very happy. I can just hold on there and wait it out. And I also dropped Elliott and picked up, Harry Wilson.
Yeah. Yeah, you were kind of mentioning him in chats and stuff like that. So you were pissed you didn't get him last time around as a FA, but at least you made up for it now. So
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's probably still going to rotate in and out of that squad, but Fulham on some form, yo.
Muniz, bro.
Muniz
is so good. Like, he's so physical, links up the play, good target man, has a finish on him. Like, I think since Feb 1st, he's up there with like Saka and them in terms of like goals scored so far. I think he's 5 goals since Feb 1st.
Wow, yeah. That's true.
I can't believe you've got Haaland, Nunez, and you're complaining about strikers. I hate you so much. Game week good for me. I mean, even though it was a loss against you, like players that put up good points: Kelleher, Kirkez, Eze, Garner, Jackson, Muniz. Like I said, I think I just got unlucky with the Senesi trips, like missing out on the clean sheets. Also, like Tarkowski and Tony with kind of lowish scores, I'd say.
Oh, yeah,
as well.
for
Like
sure.
Tark under 1, Tony only 6 points with, Brentford scoring 2. You assume if Brentford score, 2 or 3, like Tony's going to be involved somehow, right?
Yep.
Roster concern. So I've still got Jensen in this team and I have Jota on my bench. So I guess it's the same thing like you getting Mbeumo, right? I feel like at least one of the 5 spots that you have on your bench can be used as a potential IR spot in that sense, right?
Agreed.
Like, no way are you that bad of a manager that you don't have a starting 11 with maybe just a couple of flex spots in that sense.
Exactly.
Yeah. FA moves, waiver moves or whatever that I made though. I took out Stones, Senesi, and Huang for Mefam, Toffolo, and Dominguez. Mefam because double game week, and then Toffolo, Dominguez players for game week 29.
And they've been ghosting well.
Yeah.
Dominguez especially is coming in.
Yeah, dropped 11 versus Liverpool. So
Yep.
I think he came off with an injury or a knock or something like that, so one to monitor. But I thought might as well grab him. There will be a couple of assets I can jump to because I've got I think starting 11 that I'm settled on. So at this point, I think I'm just gonna grab players to prep me for game week 29.
You have
like
11
one
for
step ahead.
29.
Sorry, I have 11 for Game Week 28.
okay.
Right? Sorry, yeah. So I have 11 for Game Week 28. So I'm just like fucking around with my bench, planning for Game Week 29.
Gotcha. Right.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to give your banter update?
Banter League, I won there 154 to 95, 96.
Ruthless.
I am back on top of the league. I have heavy overlap in my two teams, but those were the players that didn't really perform, like the Bowens and the Barclays. So it's actually a different list here. It's like Kiwior, Kirkez, Bradley, Bruno, Palmer, Muniz. I don't have any regrets, actually. I think my entire team just fired. And I have no forwards here except Muniz right now, really. Rich is out injured, and that's all I have.
That's good enough. He plays in 29 as well.
He does, yeah. I'm actually not... I mean, the free agent pool is slim pickings when it comes to forwards. Fine. I will roster someone like a Sinistera or a Uatara if they manage to make the first lineup and they're still available. But beyond that, I don't really care for anyone.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right,
and
so
no grabs yet because waivers clear tomorrow. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, makes sense. So for me, IGL, I can't believe I got a win here.
Come back.
Genuinely,
right?
I was shocked. Comeback win. Yeah. I could not believe it. 125 to 121. I thought I was dead in the water. But luckily my opponent finished all his assets, I think, after the Luton Villa game. So I had like players to play basically, right? I think I had Bruno left, I had Kiwior left, and I had Kirkez left. And everything basically like best case scenario played out, right? Bruno getting an assist in Manchester derby, no fucking way. Kiwior with assist and clean sheet. Kirkez with a clean sheet and some ghosts. So yeah, I claw back massively, man. So the good there, following your shouts with Leno, I'm so fucking happy I made that switch. Getting him, Kirkez like I mentioned, Kiwior like I mentioned, VVD, Bruno, Garner, Jackson. Regrets. So I know we were talking about Vissa being like a starter this week and I left him on my bench, but that's because I played Gakpo instead versus Nottingham Forest. Gakpo got negative 1.5.
Jeez. Yeah.
Gakpo, if he starts in that fixture versus City, do you start him? Do you play him?
No, bench.
Okay, then Vissa's playing Arsenal.
Oh, that's horrible. Yeah. Okay. At the moment, yeah, City does look the easier team, right, to get points against.
Yeah.
I'm benching Wissa versus Arsenal to play Mac versus City.
Fair. Interesting. I mean, I think Mac, I'm playing him, any fixture doesn't matter.
Yeah,
right now,
exactly.
So.
I know Darwin too, right? Once Darwin starts, you play him.
Yeah.
But that is a tougher goal. That is a much tougher goal. Gakpo, you know, it really sucks for the owners because they could have easily missed his only hauls of the entire season just because they lost patience with him. They don't trust him off the bench. And then when he finally gets the starts, he's not delivering what you expect.
See example A.
Really one of the most frustrating assets this season, I must say.
Yeah.
And then
shout out to you, Russ.
And then you can't drop him now because injury.
Yeah. That is one call I will definitely berate Russ for. So I don't even know if he's gonna hear me berating him right now. Ross. Other regret was I keep talking about it every fucking episode or every other episode is like play back three. You don't need to play more defenders. You shouldn't be playing more defenders. And I have no idea how this slipped past me, but I think it's because of all the lineups and all the team sheets and stuff. I accidentally played Totti versus Newcastle. And yeah, I mean, Wolves, I think, are on a decline now, having lost their front three, right? So Newcastle kind of needed a bounce. Yeah, that was stupid on my part. So that's why I felt like I got lucky getting a win here. Ross Dickinson, again, is what I do with Gakpo. And I've got the same Mbeumo situation as you do in DPL. So I'm stashing him, hoping... Because, like, there's playoffs in this league, right? And Mbeumo should be back by then. And with the fixture run that I mentioned, you'd think Brentford should be able to get goals and wins.
Yeah, you think so. And they have to play for it, so.
And then waiver moves, I dropped Totti, grabbed Meffam for the double game week because Senesi's out injured. I'm assuming Meffam slots in for both games. And I dropped Jensen.
Finally.
Yeah. Grabbed Zuma, fixture play purely.
Okay, fair.
He's playing Burnley, so yeah. Jensen, should we talk about him before we kind of, I guess, go into our halftime pint?
Sure. I told you last couple times you asked, I would have dropped him a while now, but he didn't get a start, right?
No, he didn't.
And that's,
Yet
to
again.
me, like the final nail in the coffin. Like, if you're not even going to start and then come on to not deliver goals, like, goodbye.
Yeah, I think in DPL I still have him, and that I think is purely because the double game week is next week. But also in IGL, why I dropped him is Onyeka's free, and Onyeka has been fucking beasting recently.
Yeah, he has. I've been watching him closely.
Yeah, can you not grab everyone? Thanks. But I mean, speaking of Jensen's form, right? The 12-minute appearance, 2 points. 76 minutes, 2 points. 12 minutes, 0 points. 73 minutes, 4.5 points. 68 minutes, -1. 76 minutes, 3 points.
It's really not good. Not good enough at all.
Absolutely grim. And we're at the point of the season, like, okay, sure, he rewarded managers that took the chance on him start of the season. He would have been a late draft gem, but now, fuck it, man. Like, you got to drop bad players, grab players that are starting to come into form, right? That way we found gems like Muniz.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, agree. Completely agree.
All right, I think that is league update. So now what we'll do is take our halftime pint and we'll be back after the break with questions and picks. So we'll see you in a bit. And we are back. Hi.
Hello.
I thought you would have said something. In terms of questions,
My bad.
I wanted to ask my own question actually. And I mean it's Fantrax related and all that sort of stuff. So before we jump into official questions, now that you've gotten a taste for community leagues, I guess I don't know if this is like a plug for this. I swear I'm not getting paid for this plug, but given it's been your first time, and I mean, I don't know if you having a stellar first time also helps with your response, but how would you feel about, playing in a community league moving forward? Because even people from our Discord, people that listen to the pod, they all play in their own fucked up private home leagues that they tell us stories about having 4 forwards and you can play fucking... Who is it? Like
one player is a mid
and Mo-
defense.
Yeah,
Forward.
Mo plays McNeil in defense and shit like that. Like, like, anyways, how do you feel about community league? Would you play again next season?
Yeah, I would. I think the best part of it for me is that the competition is typically of a certain standard. Like, you're rarely ever going to get a manager forgetting his lineup. You're rarely ever going to find a good asset that's being overlooked for longer than one game week, right? You have to remain competitive. You have to keep on top of it. And even if you don't set waivers, like, you still have to be active on the free agent crabs. Like, you can't just leave a team that you've drafted and let it see you through to the end of the season. And that just makes the game more fun for me. I know a lot of managers prefer to coast and like bully their home leagues and stuff. And that's fun too, don't get me wrong. But I just like it when it's more competitive. So like even in our DPL league, a manager was brought on to co-manage a team because, someone didn't have enough time. They were dropping to like 9 players a game week and that was seen as unacceptable. So and that's how it should be, really. There should be no free wins at all in a game like this. So
yeah, and it's possible for anyone to get a win. Because there's always assets available scoring well randomly, but it's possible, right?
Agreed.
So. Cool. All right, let's jump into official questions then.
Sure. So, first one up is from Andrew. He asks, what's the highest individual score you've seen in Fantrax? Who and when?
I feel like we've seen a 60-point haul from like Jesus or something within the last couple of seasons.
You're probably right, actually. Yeah. He put up like a 4-goal game, no?
Or 4 attack and return game. Was it the game against Leicester? Like second game of the season, last season or something like that?
That sounds familiar. No. He smashed it that game, but was that 60? I don't think that was 60. That was 45. I just checked.
Okay. But I feel like we've seen a 60-point game from somewhere. Haaland? Come on, you must have had some massive haul from him before.
Yeah, but I don't think he ever hit the likes of 60 because he doesn't ghost that well, right? Like Doku had a 50 something or just about 50 this season.
Bobby Firmino?
Firmino must be there. Haaland's most is like a 40 something, I would think.
Yeah.
54. Haaland had a 54.
What about Trent? When Trent had that the goal, was it goal assist clean sheet versus Leicester?
Why is it always Leicester?
I can't think of anyone else who's like absolutely hauled like that before.
Yeah, in one individual game, not so much. Like, and it's hard to look back at the history and see if that was a double game week or not. I'm sure some players have smashed 60 points on a double game week, for sure.
Yeah.
Surely, what is De Bruyne's like highest?
That's a very good question.
Let's see.
How do you even find that?
De Bruyne. I think 2 seasons ago he had a really good game.
Oh, the 4 goals versus Wolves.
That one. Was it 2 seasons ago?
That must have been a 60-point game.
Right? That feels like a 60-pointer.
I think that might have been 2 seasons
Oh man,
ago,
it's 44 points.
No way.
He got 1 key pass that game. 4 shots on target,
he
4
just-
goals.
He just scored goals.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're not looking at some like messed up scoring
Nope.
thing? That is crazy.
Right?
That's like bone levels.
Yeah, that's bare bones for De Bruyne. And well, for anyone really. Did Saka not have a really good game this? What is Foden's highest?
There must be a way to find out like what has been their highest scores throughout all their Fantrax seasons. You know what? I might know somebody. I think we should run this in the background. It would be a nice like trivia thing to have a set of data for.
Sure. I could do it by position
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah. We should do that. We should definitely do that.
All
All right, cool. Thanks, Andrew. So next question is from Mr. Nauru. He's got a couple of them. So as always, you know, he loves dropping these. These are like my favorite types of questions. But you can say something telepathically that every person on Earth will hear. What are you saying?
Welcome. No, definitely not.
That is great.
What am I saying?
So when I thought of this, right? This is a very childish memory, but I think back to when, you know, you have extra lessons after a regular day of high school, like, you know, you go for maths lessons or science lessons or whatever, and it's like a collection of high school students from various different high schools across the country, and you know, they all go to this one teacher that is really good at this particular topic, whatever.
Right.
And there's this one afternoon that somebody wrote a piece, like a note on a piece of paper, and that note kept getting passed around the entire classroom. And every time somebody would open and read it, they just burst out laughing.
Okay.
I was just like, what the hell is going on? Found out by the time I guess the note came to me, the note was so stupid. It said, "Smile if you're not wearing underwear." You see what I mean? Like, and everyone was just cracking up and shit like that. So I'm just wondering, like, well, maybe that's the thing I let everyone in the world hear, you know, smile if you're not wearing underwear, or something to like get them to smile or laugh. I don't know.
Yeah, that
you
was
know?
kind of where my thoughts were at as well. Like something uplifting, like, guys, it gets better, or look on the upside, look on the bright side. Like, don't let it get to you, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Like Ross always says, just
have fun. Exactly.
Yeah. Cool. His actual Fantrax question though is João Pedro a drop?
See, I feel like that's just his question that he's gonna telepathically ask everyone on Earth.
That's why it's like massive in our
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Absolutely, for me, I have no clue on his timeline and how long he'll be back, but he was a drop for me the moment he got injured because it seemed lengthy. Like, I dropped Jota, and I think Jota's a better player.
Yeah. Man, I always feel weird about dropping injured gems. Not saying João Pedro's a gem, but like talking about Jota, like I still have an injured Jota on my roster. Like, at what point do you start rostering them?
Yeah, it's
Like, I mean, obviously, like, the easy answer is, oh, okay, when you get positive news and, you know, they're training or whatever like that. But, I mean, how early is too early? Or how early is just the right time?
yeah, it's a good question, right? Like, and the longer you wait, the more likely you are to miss out on him, right? I think,
Yeah, like you grabbing fucking Mbeumo.
exactly. Like I looked at, we both looked at it, right? Nobody spent fab
Yeah.
on Mbeumo this week, but at least 5 managers tried for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was the only one who spent fab, but the rest put in a 0 bid for him, and it is early.
Yeah.
Where
To be honest, that might be your best purchase all season. And I've seen you spend stupid money
I spent
sometimes.
a good bump on box, but it paid off, man.
Oh, yeah, Rossi Barks. True.
I
true.
overspent by like I paid 16 fab. I overspent by 15 probably, but
I think if that's you know, because I've been talking with like a couple of people in our community and stuff, like trying to get memorabilia to kind of summarize your seasons or whatever.
Yeah.
Rossi Barks has to make the wall for you.
oh, it absolutely does. I saw some players, some managers in the Discord talking about if they win their league, they're gonna buy a Doughty jersey.
Oh, yeah, that'd be fantastic.
It's so
honestly,
good. Like, man,
Yeah.
8 assists for the
Yeah.
season. You know,
yeah,
what a player.
what a player. All right, let's move on to our next question.
Sure. Next one is from Draft Espresso. So I'm gonna butcher this team's name, but have you seen the video of the Darmstadt ultra fan on the pitch berating the players after a 6-0 loss? Now let's imagine you are that fan. Pick one of your team sheets, so I guess one of the many leagues you play in. How would you cuss out your underperforming assets?
I usually put the safe for children tag on our pod, so I'm not sure I'm qualified to answer this question.
Yeah, sure you do. Sure you do.
Did you see that video, by
I
the way?
watched it today. Yeah.
It's crazy, bro.
But they all stood up there listening.
Which is good, I guess. It's good.
I think it's good, but at the same time, is that admitting you know your shit right now? Like,
yeah. Oh, what would I curse? Man, I don't think I'd curse. I think I'd just give him silent treatment. Like, I'd be really fucked up with it. Like, just wouldn't say anything. Just look at them, you know? Which is what I do every fucking game week.
Fair. So, like, I'm going to take out Harvey Elliott for a pasta dinner and then just tell him you are dead to me. Like,
You're starting every game week and drop him as soon as you get home.
he's dropped. Absolutely gone from my team. Jesus.
I'd rather keep an open spot than roster Harvey Elliott. So,
Honestly, it always goes so badly.
so badly. Yeah. And we still won't win. Like,
We will not.
I mean, there's also the classic I'm not angry, I'm disappointed.
Yes, that came to mind for sure. Unfortunately, it's not you, it's me does not work here.
It's not me, it's definitely fucking
It's
you.
Fuck up. Fucking nut up or shut up.
Oh my god. This is just gonna get worse and worse.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, our final question is, I think, from a new member, possibly. Notrello. Or the name has been changed. People are like constantly updating pictures, and like everyone's having a grand time in this Discord, man. I swear, every game week, Mr. Naru has like a new display picture as well.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty great. But Notrello's question is: should Rice have been given the assist or FA for the first goal last night? What is FA?
Oh, fuck all.
Ah, right.
I
okay,
hope.
Yeah.
I hope.
No, I mean, we're gonna go with that
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
So
Um,
he got fuck all, but
So, funny enough, we both missed the game. And just
Yeah.
before recording, we both watched the highlights just to see.
Yeah.
And at first glance, it does look like it was the intended pass. It should have gone to Rice. And we were like, wait, did he not get that? Then we both watched it closer and was like, oh, he intended to find Havertz. And
Yeah.
the deflection actually took it slightly away from Havertz and onto Odegaard. So sadly, I do agree, given how they enforced the intended pass assist rule thing. I think they did the correct thing, but I've seen those given, I'm sure.
yeah, man, I'm pretty sure someone just flips a coin in a little room, and whatever it lands, you get the attacking return or you don't.
So, like, let's pretend Havertz wasn't even there. Then it looks like the intended pass was for Odegaard. They give it to him. So that's quite harsh that they didn't.
Yeah. You can see both sides, basically.
Yeah, it's a ball into the box. Like, it finds a player. That's the intention.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, cool. So that's it for questions. So now I think we'll jump into our last segment, which is FA/waiver picks. So for this segment, we're just looking at assets that are under 40% owned. So hopefully you have an easier chance to grab them in your leagues, and maybe they can make a difference and help you win your matchup. So we're gonna start with goalkeepers. Just a heads up, I don't know, I'm pretty sure it's obvious, but the letters or the clubs in red are basically the teams that are playing in 29.
Ah, okay, nice.
So yeah, let's start with goalkeepers.
Yeah, so it's a double game week, so I'm going to start with Kaminsky. Man has upped his game, yo.
Yeah, he's come back into a bit of form.
Yeah, I've been liking what I'm seeing generally from Luton, like most people have, but Kaminsky's actually stopping goals.
So maybe it's a situation of who you're not dropping for Kaminsky.
Okay, fair. Like those season keeper goalkeepers, you don't drop.
Leno.
Yeah. Neto also has the double game week, but
Yeah. Kelleher is actually a good one to kind of debate. Are you dropping him for Kaminsky?
I probably would, yeah. Actually, I don't know the timeline on Allison, but I feel like he's back shortly after the international break and stuff. I don't know.
I mean, Kaminsky has the 29 fixture.
Yeah, exactly. Like you get three fixtures versus Kelleher's one, right?
Yeah. And Kelleher's one, which is versus City.
Exactly. I would drop.
Yeah. Is there anyone else you drop Kelleher for, though?
I-
Or is it just purely the double game week option?
Interesting. Probably like if I think about the goalkeepers you could probably get that play in 29 from now, it's like Sells and Flecken, and I don't want any of those, so I probably will keep Kelleher.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like in DPL, for example, like Jose Sa is free, Johnson is free, Dubravka is free, Petrovic is free. I don't know what's up with Saab. Like Bentley came on for him. If Bentley's like starting, I might gamble on Bentley
Yeah, I think
just
it was an
because.
injury that saw him subbed, but agreed.
Yeah,
So this is interesting, right? Ryo is dropped, and it's because he can't face his club.
yeah.
But dropping seems harsh. I mean, I get he doesn't get much saves, so I get it.
So then, would you go Ramsdale?
I would, yeah.
Yeah,
It's an ideal fixture to pick up Rams for game week.
it's an interesting one. Because I mean, listen, City are gonna shoot, right? It's whether or not they are clinical with their shots.
Exactly that, yeah. And that's why I don't mind Kelleher at all.
Yeah, interesting. Any love for Verbruggen or Dubravka? I mean, those are the only two names on our list.
Dubs, I think worth talking about. Like, Newcastle is still bad, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But clean sheet, finally. Promising signs. Hopefully they show better form. Who do they play, though? They play a tough team, right? Oh, no, they play you guys.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
Oh, easy team, bro. I think we score against them.
I think so, too. So I don't like him this week, but longer term, I think I'm growing. I'm warming up the Dubs again.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, let's talk about some defenders.
You're joking. Kirkes is still only 27% rostered.
Yeah.
Wow.
Smashed it last game week.
Smashed, yeah.
Was really happy with his, 14, 15 point haul?
15, almost 16, I think.
Yeah.
But Bournemouth defenders, it's Kirkes, Meffam, and Zabarny. Kirkes is top of the list, right?
Yeah, has to be.
Yeah. Zabarny over Meffam.
What do you mean? Meffam's a zero hero.
Oh shit, it's 0. Yo. It's been so long.
I know. And a double game week. How can you not?
True. And you now own him all over, so I think his ownership is slightly higher than 0.
I don't count. That's how I read it. My team is so bad it doesn't matter. I mean, he got 10.25 with the clean sheet. Nothing to rave about.
No, but I mean, Adam Smith put up the same thing.
Yeah, and Sheffield United are one of the clubs that they're playing in the double. You expect that to be their clean sheet fixture, right?
Yeah.
So I would expect at least 10 points over the two fixtures.
Same.
And I mean, Zabarny is like a coverage pick for me, I think.
Agreed. As is Adam Smith. So
Yeah. Where else shall we go?
Oh, might as well talk about the next double game week side. Luton. I don't really want Burke or Menji, but I could see 10 points over 2 games. Like, Menji's averaging, 5 points per game. Give him that in 2 games, 10 points. Burke's a bit better, but do I trust it? I don't know.
See, last time we went all in on Luton defense and got absolutely shafted, but they played Liverpool and Manchester United.
Exactly. I could work out this game easily.
I probably wouldn't double up, maybe one.
Yeah, it's just you want the Bournemouth ones before them, right?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Do you have a preference between Menji or Burke?
Menji for me. He looked really good last game, actually.
Okay, fair. I mean, if Daiki gets a start, would you risk him? He's 0%.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, sure.
That's like pure punt territory. So.
Exactly. Which is always fun.
Yeah, especially double game weeks. Shall we then talk about maybe some of the assets for double game week 29. You grab
Blank.
them now, but you have them as an option. So
Blank game week 29, you mean?
yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Yo, Nico Williams.
Yeah, he got some ghost points versus Liverpool.
Yeah, I mean, it went back down when he conceded, but he was doing decent.
Yeah, Toffolo as well did decently.
Yeah. I think the Forest boys have a decent floor. I don't expect much out of them, but I think they ghost fairly well, and even if they concede, they'll still give you like that 6 point. The clean sheet will be a bonus.
Yeah. I don't hate the fixture versus Brighton. Brighton are a bit of a
Inconsistent.
unexpected. Yeah. Something's off again with Brighton.
Yeah.
Must be the pasta.
Want to chat Fulham next?
Yeah.
Tosin did his Tosin things. I mean, yeah, they got a clean sheet, right?
Yeah.
But still, I think the defenders are worth rostering, especially for 29. Like, yes, Fulham, I mean, they play Spurs. It's a hard fixture. But I would feel better with a Tosin than I would say a Niakate at Forest.
Yeah, I mean, if you had to kind of rank like the available assets that we're discussing versus actual like fixture difficulty, I think I'd be eyeing up Brentford defense first off the bat, right? Because they play Burnley.
Absolutely.
Then I'm maybe looking at Luton Forest, and then I'm looking at like Fulham and whatever else you can get.
Agreed. The problem with the Brentford defense is they play Arsenal this game week, right? So you have to move like right after.
Yeah.
Unless
you're using your bench spots.
Yeah, exactly.
As like, I'm stashing for 29. I've got a good 11 for 28. So.
And if that's the case, Mads is an ideal pick right now, in my opinion.
Oh, Mads is so good, bro.
Yeah.
So good. I mean, Christopher Ayer is getting decent ghosts and stuff, but the upside is there with Roslav.
Yeah. I think
I don't want really. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I think Zuma's also worth. Like, I saw a lot of managers go for him this game week. It is the fixture play, like you said, but he does play in 29 as well. Obviously, if
this
you
is
own
Ollie,
if you get him in,
Co.
you're gonna keep for 29.
This is Ollie and Co.
Well, so they're away. We know Villa's slightly worse, a lot worse away. It's kind of been fading now.
Yeah, fair.
But like Zuma goes through some patches where he does well, and if he just got his goal, I'm not against seeing how it goes again.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna drop him before that game week starts. Like, I have a playing player. Like,
Exactly.
Unless some stupid ass gem comes along that I'm gonna make the swap for, I think like you hold. Like, I mean, even after he scored his goal, didn't keep the clean sheet. Like, what is that? 9 to 10 ghosts or something he got?
Yeah.
Something like that. So yeah, still decent. I'd prefer him to Mavropanos or whoever else partners him. So
Agreed.
No one else to really talk about, I guess.
Yeah, not really.
Unless this Trippier injury is serious, which I don't think it is, keep an eye on Livermento in your leagues.
Good shout.
Yeah. Cool. Let's talk about some mids.
Le Chef.
Oh, he absolutely cooked this game week.
Man. Really did. It's funny, right? The less popular Bournemouth assets are the ones that kind of fired this game week. Like Clivert,
Yeah.
Chef.
Apparently I was writing my article. I didn't realize, like, Clivert was one of my suggested picks. He has the largest dependency in terms of contribution of points from goals, assists, and clean sheets of all Bournemouth midfielders. So basically, he ghosts the worst.
I see. Always what you love to hear about your assets going into a double game week.
I mean, first up, Sheffield United.
Yeah. And he took his goal really well. I think that gives him confidence.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
And both home games.
Both
right?
home games. Yo, on paper, such good games. So
yeah, really, really good games. So honestly, like, I do think this is another one of those game weeks where you could potentially take a gamble on a bench player getting minutes.
yeah, true. You're thinking Alex Scott then, if he doesn't start.
Between Alex Scott and Dango still.
Okay, right.
But I think your nail guys are still cooking Clivert.
Yeah. In like 45 minutes, we've seen Dango put up 7 points plus. So if he gets that first game, that first start, he's definitely I have him on my bench. I'm not going to drop just because of that.
Yeah.
Next double game week team, Luton. Is Sam Bilokonga out?
TBD. Wait on pressers. Okay. I mean, grab Chong if you can.
Yeah.
He should be the automatic replacement.
Yeah, and he got another return.
3-3.
Yep.
Kid is on fire.
It's more like a right place, right time, though, because the goal was dirty, lucky.
Yeah. Scrappy.
That's the word.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's a skill in itself, being in the right place.
Yeah, very much so. Let's talk about assets that are playing this week and have the fixture in blank 29.
Sure. One you picked up, Dominguez. We've seen him ticking along recently.
Yeah.
I don't dislike it.
Came off with a knock, so one to monitor.
Yeah. And I know we talked about Onyeka already.
Oh man, this guy's on fire. Like, outperform Jensen. Like, make that swap if you can in your league.
Yeah, it's 3 double-digit hauls in a row now. Got the assist. My concern there is, again, the fixture, Arsenal. But his ownership is so low that you probably can get him.
Yeah.
For 29 only.
Yeah.
Before we didn't cover Spurs, we didn't cover West Ham, but I wanted to talk about Palace because you're as a owner. Wharton still played, right? How'd he do?
Yeah,
he
but he did fuck all. I think he got 3 or 4 points or something.
Oh shit! Okay, so it did dip.
Yeah, so managers were discussing that in our Discord about the concern that once Eze's back, once Elise even comes back, Wharton might be a dud pick now.
Yeah, fair.
Because Wharton was taking corners and all that shit, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think they only won 1 corner, so it doesn't help.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't really tell you. And I think Jordan Ayew took it, so.
Yeah, I mean, 1 game sample size, right?
Exactly.
So it'll be interesting to see how they perform versus Luton at home.
Yeah, fair.
But I don't know if I'd be looking at either Lerma or Wharton as picks.
Not right now, at least.
Yeah.
So,
not right now.
Any love for Mbeumo Alvarez? I know they have a fixture. Edson Alvarez, that is.
I don't think they are assets that I'd grab now. I'd probably just wait until this game week is over. Like, there isn't assets I think are worth stashing early. I don't think Mbeumo or Alvarez are those.
Fair. My worry with Mbeumo is his inconsistency, man.
Yeah.
Like, he has potential. I would gladly take him in a tougher game week like now, but you just can't trust him.
Yeah. I mean, the Edson one is a maybe, because they play Burnley.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And typically you'd think, okay, it's an easy team or whatever. He's probably not going to have much to do. But Burnley still play really good football. They play with possession. And that could play into West Ham's hands perfectly, right? Because West Ham play better without the ball.
Yeah, they play on the counter. Great.
Yeah.
True. Very true.
So maybe Edson could be a handy mid-5. I mean, that's this game week, right?
Yes.
Next game week, he still could get like decent points versus Villa.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. Yeah. That one's a bit closer, I think, for me.
Fair.
Yeah. Anyone else from mid?
Not really.
Yeah, I think we spoke about all the important guys.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Let's go on to final position, forwards.
It's such a shame that there are no good Luton forwards. Well, Woodrow's there. If Adebayo's still injured, Woodrow probably gets the starts. Kind of that one to monitor or wait on pressures, I guess. But shame there's no good nailed Bournemouth forward either.
Yeah, all of them would be gone in your leagues, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I guess assets who can play in 29. Divock Origi
Ooh.
got start versus those old club. I know we did a trade in Bash for him.
Yeah. Thank you for that, by the way.
Yeah.
Got my win there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Good trade, I think.
Yeah, Mikolenko for Origi. On the face of it, that works.
Yeah.
I don't know what to make of him. Like, he didn't put up a great score, right? It was 3 point something.
Yeah, 3.5.
But if he does keep getting starts, like if he is the pick, I think there's potential there.
I mean, Awuni came off the bench.
I know. And I guess that is a big if, right? Wood is training again. Awuni is there. Origi could easily just be a fringe player, but
Would you play him off the bench in the blank?
if pickings are very slim, yes. Like Bobby Reed type, Origi type, sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Off the bench type, again, like you mentioned it, Adama Traore. Coming off the bench and just doing things these days.
First waiver pick for me next week.
Oh, yeah? Nice.
Why not? I mean, he took his goal well.
Yeah, I mean, and he assisted the game before, right? So,
yeah. You never know.
Nope.
Beto, no.
I don't think he gets to start again. It's the pen miss for me that
it was so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so fucking bad. I mean, one name, well, one of maybe two names I do want to touch on now, and he showed up in our data dump, right? So this should be an obvious pick. If you're ever considering a Burnley player, is Odebear.
Yeah. He's not available in any of my leagues, but I would be happy to own him. He has huge growth potential, man.
Yeah, massive. And the other name I wanted to touch on was Morgan Rogers.
Not for me.
Why not?
Did he get subbed off after being subbed on? Like,
yes.
Not for me. He looked out of his element. He did not look ready.
Yeah, but are you playing him for elements or are you paying him for points? Because this guy got 7 points in 49 minutes.
I saw. I mean, yeah, okay, fine.
And that included a yellow card.
Seriously? Wow.
Yeah, right?
Wow.
So, I'm just saying, 2 key passes, a shot on target, 2 successful dribbles, 2 aerials. If Ramsey's out, he could be a shrewd pick for the blank.
Fine. I'll open up
Just
my
saying.
thoughts a bit.
Just saying.
Fair.
Yeah. I don't think there's anyone else we want to really touch on, though.
No, I don't think so either.
Cool. I guess that's it. Do you want to do minigame or shall we sign off?
I don't mind. One pick each.
One pick each? Okay, go ahead.
And we have to do it from the list of recommendations we gave out.
Sure. And I have an idea who you're going for. So do we flip on who goes first?
Let's do a virtual coin. Yeah, let's do it.
Are you flipping the virtual coin?
No, you call it. Yeah, I'll flip the coin.
Okay. I call tails.
All right, flipping. Tails. Go
Yeah?
for it. Go for it.
Oh, Zero Hero Mepham.
Yeah, I knew it. Okay, so I obviously have to go low ownership and a player that doubles to keep up with your Mepham. Huh. Yeah, why not? I'm just gonna go for Reese Burke.
I thought so. I was looking through the list. I was like, Luton.
Yeah.
Yeah, because all the other Bournemouth boys are gone. So
Correct.
Or too high. So, yeah.
So it's
Cool.
purely going to
All
come
right.
down to like points here. It's basically the same ownership.
Big versus Mepham. I love it. Can't wait to see how this turns out.
Nice.
All right. So those questions, picks, that's the pod. Any final words before we sign off?
No, but I do want to hear in the Discord what other people want to telepathically tell the world.
We create a channel for it. Telepathic thoughts.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. Cool, bro. I'll catch you when I catch you. Talk to you later, tomorrow, every fucking day. So.
Yeah, exactly. Champions League.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll see you when I see you, bro.
All right.
Peace.